Hi, this is Paul Evans and welcome to the 11th video in the Make Money Online series. By now, if you've been following the steps, you should have your own domain name, your WordPress site set up and customized so that we took out the header, we changed the footer, etc. So now we've got everything in place to be able to start filling in the profitable gaps. So our next step is to go and work on our number one strategy. So step one is going to make sure we have our strategy page in place, and then after that we are going to set up our strategy report page. So let's go do that. Well, when I heard myself say that just a second ago, that was ultra southern. Hopefully you've not needed an interpreter for all of my videos. So here we are at over40weightlossplan.com, and this is what we've created so far. And what we're wanting to do is to go here to number one strategy, because there's no way that anyone who visits the site is not going to click that link. You know, there's nothing about it that says that there's anything strange going on, or that that is just a larger part of or a smaller part of a large site. You know, that's really the only link we've got. We don't have a bunch of other links coming down through here in the navigation that's going to allow people to get lost, and that's very important. We want, once again, we want to direct people to a specific action. So let's look at this number one strategy. We've got the page created, but what we want to do is to go ahead and edit the page. This is one of the things I love about WordPress, is that I can go right here to the top of any page or any post that I'm on, and I can click edit. So we're going to edit the page. It said number one strategy, and as you know how I like to make sure that I've got the page open as well to the page itself. So we've got the title, number one strategy, and it says this is an example. So we see that right here. I'm going to place my cursor in the editing box. I'm going to hit return and go back up to the top. And just say the number one strategy. How about the number one weight loss? Let me put it that way. Weight loss strategy for people over 40. I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to expand this box. You see this little thing that looks like kind of like a keyboard? It's called the kitchen sink. So I'm going to click that so that now we have more options. I'm going to come down to the left end where it says paragraph. I'm going to scroll down to heading 1. Heading 1. Now notice how it ended up also taking with it that first paragraph. So now I'm going to click Command Z, or on a PC it would be Control Z, and that would undo it, or I can come to this and click it and it will take us back as well. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I only have highlighted that one line. When you saw that my blue streak went all the way down, that's what caused it to include that next paragraph. So instead, I'm going to make sure I only have that part highlighted. Heading 1, and now I'm going to click this to align in the center. So you've got your left justify, your center, and your right justification. So align with center, click that, and let's click update. Now let's go back to our site and refresh the page. It says the number one weight loss strategy for people over 40. Now, you know, it's really a simple headline right there. There's not a lot to it. It's not that it looks like one of these massive sales pages, does it? It seems to be very, very light. It doesn't have a big, bold, red, anything. All this is going to be is an invitation to opt in for this number one strategy. Now, I could also take this and place it right there so that the headline would actually be very large. If I was to copy that and paste that in, update. Now let's see what it did to our page, but also did to our navigation. Okay, so the #1 weight loss strategy for people over 40, that's not bad as navigation at all, because that tells them exactly what the next page holds. So the #1 weight loss strategy for people over 40. And then we've got it right here as well. So let's go back to our edit page. And we'll take this one out. So we're just deleting that area. And I want to make sure that I've got it left justified here. Now they've got this page set up with regular text and also some indented text here. And we can utilize that if we want to. But what we want is an invitation. And the invitation is basically to get them to opt in. We'll add our opt-in box a little bit later in a video. But for now, we want to create this invitation of why we believe that they need to opt in and get this special report. The following special report will share the #1 weight loss strategy. Okay, and notice that I said those of us over 40, so I'm including myself in this. I'm going to say fundamental. We'll share a fundamental insight all right, for losing weight and keeping it off. And it's letting me know I've got some bad spelling, so I'll come back in and hit that. And with weight, I'm right clicking and it automatically allows me to spell check. All right, and now I'm going to erase the rest of this. Just deleting that. And I just highlighted it and pressed the delete button. And now I'm going to update that page. Now let's go back and we'll refresh. All right, the #1 weight loss strategy for people over 40. The following special report will share the #1, well, I got to change that, weight loss strategy for those of us over 40. It's a brief report that will share a fundamental insight for losing weight and keeping it off. To get this report absolutely free, just enter your email in the box below and click instant button. So, as you can see, spelling is not my strength, or wording complete sentences. All right, made those changes. Always read out loud if you can, because that'll really help you be able to hear exactly what is being said. Now we're going to come back in later and we are going to place our opt-in box right here. And we'll place that on the page in a later video. In the next video, we're going to create a new page that people will be transferred to after they enter their email. Once they enter their email, then they will be transferred to this page. So we'll make that in the next video. And on that next page as well is where the people will receive their first offer to go and buy something from you so that you can make money. I'll see you in the next video.